I'm very angry. Oh, sorry, I'm censoring myself. Yes, because I'm fucking and I'm censoring the wrong words.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes.
You're censoring.
I'm censoring us. I'm censoring you, me, and Dupree. We are Remco and Tycho, and we're going to talk about how disappointing it is that not Remco,
not
that
me,
Nintendo is censoring Dispatch. Yes. Well, at least that's the talk of the week. Nintendo censoring Dispatch. Is it Nintendo themselves? Is it AdHoc Entertainment that is, that did something wrong? They're pointing at each other. I'm pointing at you. Are you pointing at me?
No, I'm
okay,
no.
You better not point at me. You better not point that finger. No, because otherwise I'm gonna. Yes.
Okay.
And you heard me, but they didn't hear words.
It was
because
a
I
naughty
censored
word.
it. Yes, there was a lot of naughty words.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
let's talk about Dispatch.
What patch?
The Dispatch.
Dispatch right here.
Dispatch?
I'm gonna diss your ass up. Yes. I'm gonna censor the shit out of you.
I think you've
Because that's the new, the trend these days. Let's censor everything. The people are sensitive.
Yeah,
the people are sensitive. You know what it is, Remco? We are adults, you and me. Yeah, and maybe you're watching down below. We're also an adult. Comment your age down below. We want to know your age.
we can handle it.
We can handle it. We can handle everything. We make a conscious decision. I wanna buy this game. It has it's rated R. It's rated M. I don't know. We make a conscious decision. I'm gonna watch Pulp Fiction, and in Pulp Fiction, this movie from Quentin Tarantino, they're saying the word fuck, for example, a couple hundred times, and I make a conscious decision to watch this movie. I see the rating before I go to the cinema. I don't expect it to be The Avengers, for example. The Avengers has a lower rating because it's
Indeed, yeah.
That's what these ratings are for. I'm making a decision. I bought a Nintendo console, the Nintendo Switch 2. Me as an adult, and you too.
Yeah.
We bought this console to play games on, and we want to play the games as the developer,
Intended it.
Yes, as intended. And now, the upper, somewhere up there, Furukawa-san is pressing, the button like, hey.
We should censor this shit. We should censor them.
Yeah.
But he doesn't talk English. But just imagine
in
that
Japanese.
In Japanese. He's like,
Chigao. Korewa warui desu.
and the people are like, oh no.
Oh, Furukawa, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what's happening in the office of Nintendo. And then, I'm sorry, that's AdHoc Entertainment. And they censored the shit out of this game. I mean, so I was surprised because first I thought, okay, we're good here in Europe. We're from Amsterdam.
We're lucky.
We're lucky. The artwork on the eShop. It was first censored just in the States. And here in Europe, we could see everything from this art. We're enjoying it. We're making fun of you.
It's beautiful
in this podcast. Yes, it was beautiful artwork. The uncensored version. But then I started up this game, and the first thing I noticed. It was not a cock in my face. No, it was a big black bar. There was a superhero fighting, and this big black bar was coming up in my face all the time.
Fighting naked.
He was fighting naked. Yes. It's like in the beginning of the game. There's this superhero, super bad guy. He's fighting, and he's naked in this fight. It's the humor.
It feels like The Boys a little bit. Yeah.
It's exactly the TV show on Amazon, The Boys.
Yeah, The Boys.
It's exactly that vibe.
Oh, really? Oh,
yes.
Oh, then it's really cool.
And so imagine that it's all censored. Imagine that, and not censored in a good way. Imagine you're watching The Boys, the TV show on Amazon, and then you see big black bars covering, the screen constantly. You
don't see anything. Then it's like, okay, what's happening? Yeah, something is happening, but it really really takes away all the fun, all the joy you are having.
Yeah, and it's not that we are like, oh, I want to see the genitals. It's so much fun.
No.
But we maybe it's also a culture thing, because here in Europe, we don't really do censorship. Like in America, every time someone says the word, it's being censored. But here in Europe, it's normal. We don't even,
No,
it's like it's a word.
Sure.
Whatever.
And we talk about it, and that's it.
Yeah, we don't even. Like, do you remember those old, Dutch movies, for example? Like, there was a lot of nudity going on. Like Turkish Fruit is one of them.
Yeah.
And like, it's a normal Dutch movie, and you see everything and everything's happening. And not that we enjoy it, but just like, okay.
It's just a movie.
It's a movie. A movie like that is not even rated. Like in the Netherlands, it's
rated M, maybe.
No, it's not.
No, it's. I think
M is for mature, but this is not rated
12 or 6 years old, something.
Yeah, 6 or something. Because it's just
Yeah, if you don't give it too much attention, like just a.
But now with the big black bar, that's in my face,
yeah. Borat.
I don't know.
He also has a big black bar.
Really?
Like censorship. Yeah.
Okay.
Should watch it. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's not really my humor, but
okay.
It's disappointing. It's just, and what's the most disappointing? That they hid it. Kind of like we didn't find out about this until the day of the release. So people will pre-order the game.
Like you?
Yeah.
That's nasty.
It's very nasty. It's nasty. It was even on the discount, like it was like, okay, buy this game now before launch. It's cheaper, It was like that, yeah?
Because of all the censorship.
No, but they're so smart. They didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
It was like €3 cheaper if you pre-ordered it, So I placed the pre-order, And then I find out on the day of the launch, oh, it's the censored version. It's very strange because there is a normal uncensored version that people on the PlayStation 5 and on the PC, etc.
Indeed, yeah.
They have this option. They can choose like on or off. Okay, I want to play the censored version or the uncensored. You can just, with a push on the button.
Yeah, just toggle it on and off.
Yes.
I've heard it also, yeah.
And why is that not on the Nintendo Switch or the Nintendo Switch 2? Well, the reason probably is that...
Nintendo being Nintendo again?
I mean, that's the first thought.
That's the first thought that pops up in my head. Like, why? Yeah. Nintendo, yeah.
And then I thought like, okay, but let's look at those other games. Like, why? The first thing I see in Cyberpunk 2077 in the character creation is, like, okay, what kind of cock, do you have? Like small, medium, or large? You choose the cock size, and everything is, visibly, in the screen. Like the tit size. Also, if you're a female character, you can choose everything. Nothing is being censored over there. So I was like, why is that happening? And also in The Witcher 3, the game that I landed from you. There's sex scenes on a unicorn, like you're Geralt of Rivia and he's having sex with Yennefer on this unicorn. Everything is happening. You see everything full frontal. Why is that not being censored? I thought,
I know. And also, by the way, Yakuza game, I was playing Kiwami, the first one. You can also toggle on the gore. You can make it extra gore, etc., or less. You can choose.
Are they having sex as well in Yakuza?
No, they're fighting a lot and like Mortal Kombat style sometimes. Like,
Mortal Kombat is also not censored.
Oh, yeah.
But that's interesting that you say that. It's just like there's a difference in the United States. Like sex is being seen as some, like they like, how they are on the stage. They like their guns. They don't mind, a little bit of blood and, aggressiveness here. Every nutcase has a gun. That's how it is in the States. And, violence is okay, but oh no, if there's a nipple somewhere, that is,
it's the nudity.
That's how it is in the States. So they can really, in the new Wolverine game, you see, like kidneys being thrown in the air and everything. Mortal Kombat, Yakuza. But imagine if you see like a little butt cheek, well then, they will protest on the streets,
No butts.
This should stop. This should stop,
No butts allowed.
Yes. But here in Europe, it's different. Here, and I feel also in the United States, they always think of like, oh yeah, in Europe, you're, and everyone is having orgies or something.
Always showing your butt, Europe. Yeah?
Yeah. That's how they think about the Europeans. We're from Amsterdam, by the way. Hi, nice to meet you. And if you're listening, hello. But in Japan, it's even worse. Look, Japan. They have this culture. They're hardworking people, but in their free time, they need to
I go to a manga store.
They go to manga store, but then
go all the way in the top, and then,
they go really wild. I mean, but in normal Japan life, they're very strict. It's also like the British, like very strict. But Japan are, of course, even more like strict and work, and like very, eating in public, stuff like that. But also with the sex thing. But it's very contradictory because all the edgy stuff, and I don't know, when you're playing a game like Final Fantasy, and I will talk about it in another I'm like, okay, but you don't see it, but it's very sexualized, everything. So it's very,
it depends.
It depends, but then they're censoring everything, but still it's all very edgy, it's all very pun intended,
Indeed, yeah.
So this game, apparently, the censorship. Like you think, like why didn't they release the same version? I don't understand. Why don't they release the same version they released on the PS5, on the Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2? What is the reason for that? I don't understand. So apparently, it's something like CD Projekt Red, the company that made The Witcher and Cyberpunk. That's also on the Switch. Those games, heavy sex scenes are in there. In Cyberpunk, you can go to have sex with loads of characters and have romantic relationships. And really, in Cyberpunk, that's that game goes wild.
Yeah. My character, right? Also.
Yeah. Well, yes, but they don't know. So maybe you should elaborate then, Remco.
Well, I got like a Donald Duck uniform. Just wearing a shirt. No pants. I got shoes, by the way, because shoes are important. The rest is okay.
Okay.
And that's allowed.
Yeah, you can really live out your fantasy, Remco. Anyways, not here on this podcast, please. Because otherwise I will your ass. So
it's just as a joke to see like reactions from the NPCs, but they don't react actually.
There's truth in every joke.
It's normal.
Anyways, let's... where was I going with this now?
Dispatch, censorship. Also... By the way, Nintendo, you also have like the Nintendo 64 games you can play, but there's also like mature Nintendo 64 content you can play.
Yes.
So they gave you the choice. To
separately, yes.
Separately,
separately on the eShop, there's a separate mature option. But where I was going...
a separate game, right? A separate dispatch game for the Nintendo Switch, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about the eShop, right? Like N64 mature, there's a separate... Yeah. And I was also thinking about
for this game also, for Dispatch.
Then I'll give you the answer, Remco. Like, why didn't AdHoc Entertainment do this? Well, and why did Nintendo allow it for CD Projekt Red, right? That's the question. Well, so first people were like, okay, Nintendo, motherfuckers. Oh, sorry, I should censor that word. Well, not here because we're from Europe.
No.
And maybe it was a money thing. No, it's a money thing. CD Projekt Red maybe made they made different versions, and they released this version in Japan, the censored version in Cyberpunk. So if you play Cyberpunk in Japan, it's censored, because that's how the Japanese are, right?
Yeah.
But anywhere else in the world, it's not censored. So different versions, but that also costs extra money or something, like, okay, you need to have this version, that version, and then release this version there. But if you update, you need to update, both versions also, blah, 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 blah. Extra money. And AdHoc is a small publisher, right? CD Projekt Red is one of the biggest game publishers in the world, right? AdHoc is a very small not third party, it's an indie developer, very small.
Yeah. And they're being bullied by Nintendo, maybe.
No. It's about the money. It's about the money. Maybe they don't have the money to make all these different versions and distribute the different versions, So they were like, okay, we choose the Japanese version and that will be the version for the whole world to play. It's cheaper.
It's cheaper, just one version, yeah.
But...
No buts.
But... They have a separate version on the PlayStation 5 and the PC. You can turn it on and off. So the separate version does exist. So that doesn't make any sense. You understand? Because first that was the excuse, but then this version already exists. So, like, if it didn't exist, it would make sense. But it does exist already. So you don't have to put in the extra work to make an uncensored version because they have that already.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense. You understand?
Yeah, and then I think we should go back to the culprit. I think it's Nintendo pulling the strings over there.
Okay, but Nintendo replied. And Nintendo said, we do not tell third-party developers, how to handle their games, this, blah, blah, blah. So they have this regime and strict. But they replied, I have a couple of websites here. But Nintendo replied, and they said, no. And AdHoc said also, no. Blah, 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 blah. So they're pointing at each other, like in the beginning of this podcast.
They're passing the hot potato. No, you did. But it's very annoying that they're doing that because somebody did it.
Yes. And now, okay, so we have this website here, let's see. I have a few websites here. I already don't know. So Eurogamer.net. I mean, it's not even censored like this. If it was censored like this, it would have been better. But no, there's black bar. This is just something that the website did, you understand? It's not censored like this. It's black bars covering the whole screen. That's how it's censored in the game.
Mm-hmm. Maybe this is a PlayStation or a PC version you see here and they censor everything.
No, because in the PlayStation PC version, you see everything. You just see it. Like how, just like in Cyberpunk. You see nipples or something,
Yeah.
Here we got Kotaku.com. Oh. This was the first source. But let's see. And here on GameSpot, indeed, Nintendo Swifts to blame. As players request refunds, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
I think they might knew that this might happen, actually.
Who, AdHoc?
No, that people will ask for refunds. Like,
yeah, but who's they? Like AdHoc knew or Nintendo?
I think Nintendo, yeah.
Because here, at the time of the Switch release, Dispatch developer AdHoc stated that it worked with Nintendo to ensure content within the title met the criteria to release on their platforms. But the core narrative and gameplay experience remain identical to the original release. Yes. But, yeah, the core indeed. But after Nintendo's statement, who to blame for covering Dispatch naughty bits up is unclear. And, well, it's actually just the same as everything we just now said.
Yeah.
Here, Dispatch, Depps, and now we're on Nintendo-everything.com, so these are 4 different websites. Now, they plan on updating and restoring, and it's going to take a couple of weeks, something like that. Because, these news websites are, it's like a time lapse over the week, like...
Indeed, yeah. No, but it's good they're going to do something about it.
Yeah, it will take a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Another bug fix, or I call it a bug.
It just doesn't make any sense to me, Remco.
No,
it doesn't make any sense because there is this uncensored version already. So
so just take that version, downgrade it to Switch 2 standards. You're done.
You say it's maybe Nintendo, but then it's a double standard. Why are they not censoring Cyberpunk or The Witcher 3? Or why are they not? Yeah, because they're big.
Yeah, they're bigger game developers, and they were saying, no, we're not going to censor it. You want it or you don't want it? And this is like an indie game, and they don't really have a choice because,
they don't really have a choice. But not on the Nintendo console, maybe, huh? But maybe now, Nintendo is saying it's not us.
Yeah.
Nintendo is doing, hey. And for the comments, like, hey.
I'm good. Oh, no, wait.
I'm good. I'm for the cowboy. You don't need to censor anything, little boy. Nothing.
I don't know, but somebody, you have to blame somebody, and I think Nintendo, but still, yeah.
It's also a thing. Nintendo made the parental control app. This application that I use on my phone. Since the Switch 1, I have this app. It's just because you can see exactly on what day, what games you played, for how many minutes, etc., etc. I have this app, and it's nice for an adult to have, to look at your own gameplay time.
That's a good tip, actually, for people who want to see like their specific game time for games.
Yeah,
the parental control app.
Yeah. It's
not only for kids or parents.
It's a good tip. We should maybe talk about that in a podcast. It's a very good app, and because I'm missing that on my Switch itself. I want to see like, I played this game for this many hours on that day, and you can really go back in the history like, oh wow, in March I really played this and that and that. In this app you can also lock or block like stuff that your children are doing and put timers. Like, okay, I don't want my children to play Dispatch or certain games from the eShop are sent. Oh, the eShop, by the way, this whole eShop is filled with hentai games.
That's what
or as beat 'em ups. Hawker would call it Luigi content. Yeah, I don't know what he has with Luigi, but
let's say
that's his thing.
Topic.
Luigi content. I think he even made T-shirts, like Luigi content. So
it's crazy.
Would be cool if you send us one. Would?
Yeah, it would be.
Okay, I don't. He doesn't appreciate. I think he would censor that.
Yeah. Oh well, what we like, but well, we like the joke,
okay,
right?
That's true.
No, but it's crazy that indeed that the Nintendo eShop is full of hentai. You can't turn that off. I want something to turn it off because I'm not buying these stupid games. And
it is insane because every time when you're scrolling through the eShop, you see like big boobs, and like you don't see the nipple because that's what it is, but you see everything like etchy hentai. It's like it's in the eShop, and I just want to find normal games.
Your face.
It's really in my face, but then that is allowed because it is the nipple is not shown or something, but then it's really. It's almost like what pornographic magazine or application am I scrolling through? And I have the curtain open and my neighbor's always like, what the hell is he doing? Well, I'm just scrolling on the Nintendo eShop, but then all this hentai stuff is in my face. No, really, it's about feet, yaoi content, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and you just want to download like Mario Party and you see all these hentai.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, here's my nephew from 6 years old. Okay, let's look on the eShop, like a new game, and then you see all that, dick-sucking Tetris games where I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
what's like, you're playing Tetris, and meanwhile, someone is, maybe not really...
Yeah, they should do like some kind of filter that you can turn those things off because there isn't a filter to turn it off.
You know why that filter isn't there? I know.
Okay, tell me.
And maybe I have the solution also. The filter isn't there because then developers have to also select like, okay, my game is in the genre hentai. But no. The developers will never do that, of course, So, because it's not a hentai game. This is just a fun little puzzle game. And yes, there's a lot of sexy women in the background. Maybe they're doing things to each other. But no, it's about the puzzle, It's a puzzle game. It's a puzzle game.
Puzzle,
yeah. It's just a puzzle game, Or no, it's a little cooking game. I'm just baking eggs, this and that. And meanwhile, I don't know what's happening in the background. Some penetration. We're not focusing on that. It's just, and the cooking maybe is being done by, all these sexy women. But no, it's about the cooking,
Don't get distracted by the background.
You understand? It's really like that.
Hey, that's how they sold it to Nintendo.
Yeah, it's a puzzle game. It's a puzzle game. And it's a lot of OnlyFans models, in this puzzle game. But, it's not about them. It's not about them.
No, it's about making origami or something.
It's about origami, and you have to fold and exactly time it right. And if you don't time it right, maybe they make funny sounds like, or something,
Yeah,
but it's not about that. It's a puzzle game. It's an origami game.
No. Family friendly.
But you understand that Nintendo? Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sure. It's just a puzzle game. Thank you. It's a puzzle game.
Yeah, that's Furukawa then, Yeah, it's just a puzzle game.
And it sells,
Yeah. I mean, your kids from 3 years old can play it, no problem. Yeah.
No. Just ask your parents about the puzzle element only.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
No, that's again the double standard you were talking about.
It's a very double standard.
That's
And it's so extreme. It's not just a little bit, but hundreds, thousands of hentai games in my face every day.
Yeah.
I'm getting traumatized here. I'm like, okay, I need to get away from the Nintendo Switch. I'm just hopping off to PlayStation if it continues like this.
Yeah. It's not the algorithm, right?
There's no algorithm.
No, I know, but if there were,
I wish. That could maybe be a solution. Like, why don't they make an algorithm? Yeah. On there, and then like you press on one of them, like, okay, I'm not interested in games like this.
Yeah, and then
it will stop showing you that stuff.
That's actually a good one. Yeah.
Yes, but they wouldn't do that.
No.
Again, you have to specify games like what. you know, and then does the developer also select the right boxes? Like, okay, games like what? Then the algorithm has to understand, okay, if there's like big boobed anime girls in the cover, I don't want to see those games. But then also games like Final Fantasy were also being omitted. And maybe you want to play some Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
But that's also a little bit down the edge. But it's just, that's a normal game. You know, it's not one of those hentai games from some, I don't know, some 3 dudes who made it somewhere in an attic. You know, like, oh yeah, let's make a new puzzle game. Yes, yes, yes. Make them bigger, Johnny.
The puzzle pieces, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So those games are not censored, but Dispatch is. And that is strange. Dispatch is a multi-award winning game from last year, 2025. It came out this year, 2026 on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. And that's being censored.
And they really botched up the censoring, like what you were saying with the big black bars. Like, come on.
Yeah, well, that's also what Nintendo said. Nintendo said the way how it's being done, that's up to the developers themselves. So AdHoc already made this censored version on the PlayStation 5 PC. So they didn't censor it like with pixel, but just they censored it with black bars. That's their choice. But it's like, okay, if you play it on the PS5 or the PC and you want to make the choice, like, okay, my son, well, you know, I don't see any case. In what case actually is anyone going to play the censored version? But okay, imagine, okay, yeah, it's like that in America, right? Like, okay.
My 6-year-old son really likes superheroes, but...
Yes. So, you know, because in America, it's all about sex should be censored, but not all the gun violence or just regular violence. Like, you know, you can chop each other's head off. And that's all fine. Because in Dispatch, there's also some fighting, and that's not being censored. And also the words are also not censored. They're really aggressively talking, you know, like, hey, motherfucker, and I'm going to fuck your ass up, this, that. That's not being censored. Okay, words are fine. It's just about the sex.
Yeah.
So it's all about, it's just the States also. The United States and the woke culture. Yeah, not saying that everyone in the United States is like this, but it's really a thing over there, you know, like, okay, we should censor this, but not that. Like, why are you not censoring the words then?
It's a culture thing, I guess. Yeah.
And okay, in Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, then they do censor the word.
Nintendo. Or...
Yes. Hey, don't say the N-word, huh?
Nintendo.
No, hey. Oh. Don't say it. You can better say big N.
That's even more confusing.
The big N.
Yeah.
Hey, you understand?
Yeah, I understand, but it's more confusing.
Yeah, that's confusing. But I'm 25% from Suriname, so I just want to make that clear to all the viewers at home. That's a country in South America, above Brazil. Anyways, the big N. I like that one.
The Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, cool movie.
Princess Sophia. Anyways.
No, but all the censoring,
you know,
give us a choice. We're being dragged down also.
And maybe they will give us a choice, maybe. And maybe in a few weeks there will be a choice. It doesn't make any sense. There is the uncensored version already is there. So why did it happen in the first place?
Yeah, they're bad, up to a bad start this way. Yeah,
it's like, okay, Nintendo, it's a gaming console for kids. It's just for kids, this console. But then, okay, why is Cyberpunk and The Witcher there with all their full frontal in my face? So, but no, it's for kids. It should be censored. You know, it doesn't make any sense.
No,
and I don't feel like I can trust pre-orders again. Like I can like, okay, I will pre-order this game. I don't feel that I can do that because I need dangerous. To. Yeah, it's dangerous.
But I really thought Nintendo changed. They were doing more third-party games, Cyberpunk, fighting games, etc. I think they finally changed, and then something like this happens, and you can't trust your pre-orders anymore. You're done.
Actually, and it's, I don't know what, but Kit and Krista were talking about something else, and also, or maybe it was the same. Maybe they also were talking about Dispatch, and also, you know, they also said these words like, we fought and Nintendo changed, blah, 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 blah. They said the same words as you really? Just now. Yeah. I think about Dispatch. Kit and Krista are these other podcasters. You know, support them. They need, subscribers. So, you know, go to their podcast.
No, but they...
Nintendo had changed. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel...
I think that...
And also people are now blaming Devon Pritchard.
Oh, really?
Devon Pritchard. She's the new president of America, and she did it. It's Devon Pritchard. She came and she said like, you have to censor Dispatch. I do not approve. I am Devon Pritchard of Nintendo of America, and I do not approve of this.
Yeah,
There's all this.
he's a bit gnarly.
I'm a woman,
right?
and I want to be respected. I want to be respected. I'm not a gnarly boss, and I want to be respected. And I want women to be respected, and I don't. I want this. You know, they're blaming Devon Pritchard for this. They're blaming Devon Pritchard for what's happening in Tomodachi Life. We're going to get in that in another podcast. Devon Pritchard is to blame. Well, you know, let me tell you what.
She's the face, huh? Yeah.
She's the face, and that's what it is. She's just the face. You know.
Yeah, but
No, she's just the face. She has no. She can't do that.
No.
She has no. She's Devon Pritchard of Nintendo of America. She can decide like, okay, those banners are a little bit too big. You know, for the Walmart. Let's shrink down those banners. Let's make them a little bit less big.
Yeah.
You know.
I think she just got a list. Like, oh yeah, sure, a little bit big. Okay, censorship, sure, why
Okay,
not?
sure, cup of coffee for Miyamoto.
Okay,
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
I
okay.
have to get to my next meeting. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it went like that, you know? And then...
And numbers.
And numbers, yeah.
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 I'm disappointed, Remco, and we'll see how
too.
this will go. But this is like, this really makes me like, okay, I should have just bought this game on the PlayStation 5 or the PC. Like, I regret it, you know?
Yeah.
I regret it.
Yeah.
I regret it big time. And this is not the end, you know? Like, I think there's more, you know, censorship gonna happen. I don't know, you know, but yeah.
It's such a cool game, you know? Yeah, come on.
It's really like, imagine watching The Boys and everything's being censored. Like, there was this naked guy also in The Boys, right? Like translucent or something, you know? Like, and then they did stuff to him, you know? They did stuff to him, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, he was like he was translucent.
Yeah.
So you didn't see it.
Yeah, it's like-
But you remember what happened over there, right? In that cage.
Yeah, stuff happened.
You know, a lot of stuff happened, you know? And also the guy with there was a big cock or something, and then in season 3, episode 1, you know, crazy stuff happens in The Boys. But then it would all be censored if it. This is also the reason why Amazon is, of course, not on Nintendo. Like, we don't want this on our Nintendo console. You know, we don't want this streaming service because.
Yeah, you might get exposed to The Boys.
But then again, there's the parental control app. And what about adults? We're making our own choice. You know, we buy this. You know, we don't buy this for our kids, and even if we did. You know, we have the parental control app, but it's not like we're playing on a Fisher Price thing right here. It's an adult console, a €500 console.
Indeed, yeah. Yeah, but that's the frustrating bit, that they take away your choice. They're taking away your choice to choose to do this, to do the violence part, censor it. They're taking it away. And they should really think about, like, you know, Nintendo Switch 2, new era. We're a little bit more mature games. Give people a choice. And of course, you're not going to give the Dispatch game to your 6-year-old son. Yeah, you just give him like a Mario game or something like that. You're not going to give like the censored game because he's going to ask questions. Oh, why is all these black bars? What's happening actually?
And if
what are they doing?
Yeah, the censored version. Yeah. You would not let any child play the censored version because there's so much aggressive jokes, you know, in there, like, you know, about sex and this and that. Like, really, the language is really like The Boys. So even if it's censored, you don't want your child to play this game. So it doesn't make any sense.
No.
You know, the censored version is just for sensitive people who still like to hear it. Then kind of, I don't know, like, you know, if you
I want to hear the violence, I want to hear the swearing, but I don't want to see the nudity. Yeah, that's a bit too much.
But you hear the nudity. I mean, they're still saying it, maybe, you know. But okay.
Yeah.
I think we said it all.
Yeah, I think also, yeah.
Right? I think we said it all.
Yeah, I'm done with all this censoring.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts. What do you think about Nintendo censoring Dispatch or AdHoc censoring Dispatch? Or
yeah, who's to blame? Say it in the comments down below.
Who's to blame? What is the solution? I quickly want to show something. 1 second.
Oh, yeah, sure. One last thing.
One last thing.
Last but not least.
Black Border 2 is now available on the Switch 2. And I thought it was funny It has nothing to do with dispatch, but the name of the game is Black Border. So,
The black bars.
it is available on the eShop. There's black bars in this game, in this game right here.
Yeah.
And that's funny. It's not about, there's nothing sexual. I guess everything is being censored. It's Black Border 2. So, you can go to if you like those black borders in your game,
Go wild.
go wild, go to the eShop and buy Black Border 2.
Yeah,
Hey?
Only $5.
It's just $5. I don't know what this game is about. This is a little
war
shout
game.
out from Remco and Tycho. Black Border 2. If you're into black bars, this is the game for you. If you like Black Border 1, you will like Black Border 2 too.
Yeah, that's about it, I guess.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
And that's the end. No, I just,
Yeah.
it
the
had
end.
to be said. Black Border 2.
Yeah, it's good that we censored the rest of the podcast. It was a little bit too extreme. Like,
Hey. You have to